Hello, friends. Welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Karma strikes quick and without mercy. And our first story today. Treat me like a child? I'll treat you like a child. So, on to the backstory. The town I lived in wasn't huge and at the time only had one gas station. I got a job there at the ripe old age of 15 and worked there for 2 years. By the end of my time there, I was essentially number 3, with the manager and butt manager ahead in charge. Eventually, another gas station opened across the road and I got a job there. There was a pretty high turnover rate, so by the end of my tenure there, everybody else, including the new managers, were new. This story takes place about a year after I left them. One last thing to say, puberty is a B word, and I didn't feel like making its way over to me forever, so from age 12 to 18, I looked the same. Not exactly, but I looked really young until I was about 19, a little bit insecure about it. So, since I knew all the employees at the store, I would always get gas and grab a nice ice-cold chocolate milk from there rather than my store. When I got to the fridge with my milk, I was dismayed to find out there was no more. But seeing as how I spent the entirety of my working time at the same store, I knew that they kept the stock in the back of the walk-in fridge behind some boxes. This fridge was also where all the beer was, so when a customer, Old B, noticed that I knew what I was doing, they assumed I worked there. That seems fair, considering she probably had seen me there on many occasions, and I usually have no problem helping people. Oh, if I had known that, how good of a day this would have turned out to be. OB, hey kid! Knowing that there wasn't anybody else in this tight-butt fridge, I turned around from fumbling about in the boxes. OB, yeah you! Go put this case of beer at the cash register. They were holding a case of beer. Even if I did work there, I wouldn't have done it, but I figured I'd gently remind them I'm an actual person. Me. Sorry, I don't work here anymore. Plus, miss, that was really rude. I'm going to have to assume that I triggered something in her because she lost her crap screaming about how she had seen me there before and knew I worked there. I tried to get a word in edgewise but was unable to, and with her between the door and myself, I figured I might as well try and ignore her and find my chocolatey goodness. OB, look at me when I'm talking to you, you ungrateful child. Me. Look, it seems like you're having a bad day, so I'm going to let all that slide and just remind you that I no longer work here. With a huff, she turned around and walked out, but not before she threw out one last insult. OB, your mother must have been incompetent to have raised such a selfish boy. I'd been having a good day up to that point, because my usual self is a vindictive little crap who normally would have screamed right back at her. That changed when she insulted my mother. I found my drink and went to the registers. These machines were ancient and took about 15 minutes to boot up, and they glitch frequently. Karma strikes quick and without mercy, for when I got to the cash register, they were having some technical problem with it, and the screen was frozen/glitched/karma. Knowing there was nobody in the store except for myself, the B word, and my buddy who just started working there like 3 months prior, I was in no rush to help. When my friend finally got fed up with trying the usual debug procedure, he looked up and asked for my help. When working there, I was the go-to person, and I still frequently got calls from the management asking if I could pop by and fix something for them in exchange for some free candy. Win-win. I glanced over at the screen and immediately recognized the problem and knew it was a simple fix. All he had to do was click 2 buttons at the same time. Now, if you thought that OB had gotten any quieter as this whole process was going on, you were wrong. She must have seen the recognition in my face when I realized it because she started howling at me to fix it so she could get out of there. Seeing my chance for revenge, I struck. Me. Apologize. OB. Stunned look. What did you say to me? I said I would like you to apologize to me and I'll fix the problem. OB. You little crap, fix it right now or I'll have you fired. Me. I'd like to remind you that I don't work here, and I still expect an apology. I assume she was running late because after another 2 to 3 minutes of back and forth, she finally relented. OB, grumbling, I'm sorry. Now, will you fix the machine? And normally I would have accepted it, but I still had another 30 minutes to kill before I started work at the gas station across the road, so I figured I'd push it. Me. Sorry for what? More incoherent yelling from this lady, and my friend tried to stifle his laughter. Me. I didn't hear an apology in there. OB, I'm sorry for being rude, even though you were being a brat. I stared at her. Just thinking, she was so close. So close. She could have been free to enjoy her beer and free to annoy anybody else that crossed her path. But alas, that was not meant to be. Me. Nah, I don't accept. Have a nice day. She had a dumb look on her face before it turned into a scowl and she started screaming again. OB, I swear I'm never coming back to this gas station ever again. The employees here are expletive. And she stormed out. Now, most people would be content with that. I, however, was not. I quickly hit the buttons, fixing the machine, and ran out yelling a quick goodbye and telling him I'll pay him for this tomorrow. See, she swore the one thing I knew she wouldn't be able to keep. She swore that she was never coming back to that gas station, which could only mean she had one place to go for her booze. Across the road to the gas station I work at, the place where I'm the number one employee and where the owner would back me up if he were there, and if he wasn't, I was in charge. I ran over to my job and told the cashier to take a break, sit back, and enjoy the show. By the time I got there, she'd already rushed into the fridge to get her beer, and when she got out, she was greeted by the sight of me grinning from ear to ear behind the register. Cut to 15 minutes of swearing later, and she leaves again without her beer. My coworker standing there slack-jawed, wondering how I was able to stand that verbal tirade, and even more confused as to why I kept on laughing even more as she went on. That was a good day. And the second story, an I Don't Work Here Lady and r/choosing beggars crossover special. I don't get why suddenly everyone today woke up and said, I need sour cream. We did. It just so happened everyone else in my town did too. And of course, once you've made the decision to pour glorified milk fat onto whatever it is you're eating, you naturally don't care for that light, reduced fat or anything else they slap on the label to pretend it's somehow better for you. Look, I've made the decision to throw the least healthy thing on top of my already unhealthy dinner selection. I'm invested in my poor life choice. There's nothing you're going to do that'll change that. And naturally, everyone else in town feels the same way I do. So when I got to the sour cream and the god-awful sales they had, I was met with only the light choices and nothing else. From cheap to overpriced, I had no choice. So I get on the ground and start digging in the back on a wing and a prayer that behind one of these light choices, one sour cream fell behind that row, missing the depleted row where the regular sour cream is supposed to be. I go through every brand, every size. Something I don't care about is price. This is my dinner tonight, and because of the storms, if we lose power, I can still cook it because I can light the burners on a gas stove. And I find it. Just as I'm about to get up and put my precious find in my cart, I hear it. The sound of the little old lady, or choosing beggar in this case. CB. Excuse me, dear. Me. Yes? CB. I can't bend, and I need sour cream. A good one like you have. Do you think you can grab another? Me. I'm down here already. What the hell? I could use some positive karma. I can look. But I had to dig around to find this one. I can't guarantee there's another one. CB. That'd be great, honey. Thank you. So I'm going through everything again. I couldn't find anything in the brand I had, but I did find a little misplaced one in the corner hiding behind some cottage cheese. Me. Hey, it's your lucky day. CB. Oh, thank goodness. Wait, this is brand name. Is it really? I think it was close to $4. Me. Well, I can't find any others. I mean, this is it. CB. None in the cheaper brand you have or this completely different brand? I like this different brand best. Me. Now getting up from the floor. Well, you saw me go through this all. That's the only one I can find. CB. Maybe in the back? Me. The back of what? CB. The store. You know they have more product back there when they haven't gotten around to it yet. Maybe you could look there. Me. I don't work here. I can't just wander around the back looking for stuff. CB. But maybe you can call someone. Me. Call who? I'm sorry, you can go to customer service. Maybe they can get someone. That's all I could find. CB. Can you look again? Me. Now I'm very obviously in a back brace. I had back surgery and possibly need more. It's not easy for me to get up and down, especially in stormy, rainy weather. I'm sorry, ma'am. You can see I have a bad back and knees too. I can't keep getting up and down. That's what I found. Maybe customer service? CB. You don't have any more in stock? Me. Really ready to scream. I don't work here. You can go to customer service. I really got to go. And I started to go. CB, wait. Really, this brand is twice the price. I'm buying for several people. My kids, the grandkids. You know how it is when you're old. I'm 36, lady. No, I don't know what it's like to be older than that. Insert long story about how all her kids and grandkids and me politely nodding and whatever else. I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking at my watch, trying to do whatever it took to give her the hint that I wanted to leave. CB, finally getting to the point of this. With so many people to feed, I'm spending more than I already have. Me, yeah, that sucks. Everything is so expensive. CB, well, I hate to ask this. You've already helped so much, and I'm sure the brand I have tastes better than the store brand. A reward for your good work. We'll trade. Me, no, I'm sorry. I need to save money too. CB, but it's not like you couldn't have grabbed this one too. What would you have done if you had this brand in your cart and found the cheaper one looking for mine? Wouldn't you say I couldn't have it? Me? Honestly, probably. It wasn't easy going through all this twice. Consider it a reward for my efforts. You can try customer service. CB, that's very rude. I'm going to tell them how rude you are, taking advantage of someone like me. You could have grabbed either one. I don't understand why you can't get that some people live on a fixed income. And where are you going? I'm going to tell them how rude you are to me. I'm going to tell everyone. I just kept walking. I wanted to turn and tell her again, I don't work here, so I don't know who they are that she's going to tell. I went out of my way enough. It's a $2 difference. I get the cheaper sour cream regardless of if I found it first, I did, or second. The nerve of some people. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed today's stories, and we'll see you again soon.